a young brother watching this podcast who has got a lot of spare time in his hand and could potentially be doing things which are not good for him spiritually, clear cut haram and so forth,
Yeah.
what three practical steps can you give to
How
that
old?
age
How
demographic?
old? How old?
18 to 24.
Okay, 18 to 24. Fine. Okay, cool. They got more in common. 18 to 24 years have more in
I know,
common.
it's like school kid teens too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's too
Grown
broad.
ass men.
Now, 16 is too. It's very, very important, right? I make this distinction a lot. From 16 to 20, boy, life is totally different.
That's true.
Right.
So 18 to 24.
18 to 24. Okay. SubhanAllah. Okay. If I had a young person here right now, bro, and I'd speak to him.
Like, sure, bruv, I've got a lot of spare time in my hand, and with that spare time, I either scrolling the phone, watching porn,
Yeah.
not doing much, just zombie scrolling,
Yeah,
watching
yeah,
best series, one after the other.
The first thing I'd say to you, bro, is to go for Umrah. That's
Okay.
the first thing I'd say to you.
On my own or with
I'd say you have to go with the group. You
Okay.
have to go with the group.
Cool.
Right? Go with the group. Okay, go Umrah with the group. That's the first thing. The second thing I would say is you need to find your tribe and you need to find good brothers around you. You need to change your environment and never be naive to think that your environment won't affect you. It's going to be the most important thing that affects and plays everything. If we look at the whole pursuit of the Prophet ﷺ, it was to create a Medina state. Why? The state does the work.
Yep.
Bro, I think people forget this, bro. He's a statesman. It wasn't just worship in your houses. Bro, it was a state where the Muslims all were. That's what creates the influence. So if you want to change your life, you can't do it in a vacuum. You can't do it by yourself. Shaitan wants you isolated. Always remember, Shaitan wants you isolated. He wants you to be by yourself. This is the key thing to understand. And if you give him that, privilege of having that leverage over your heart, right? You'll always be flipping, flopping, yo-yoing, etc. One day dari, next day flipping out with the girls and doing laps around the flipping neighbor. Bro, it's always going to be like that. You need an anchor. And that anchor comes from being around other people as well, right? Because your social dynamic will change. When your social dynamic changes, what's normal and what's not normal will be observed through your circle. And then you'll just take that on. Seeking knowledge is normal. It's giving that was normal.
So go Umrah, find your tribe.
Find your tribe. Okay. And the last one, genuinely speaking.
And find your tribe in simpleton term basically means go meet people, good people, and
Yeah.
with a shared cause.
Shared cause.
Could be
man.
family, could be friends, could be cousins, could be...
No.
No?
I'd say it has to be Muslim brothers, bro. Family is a very different dynamic.
Okay.
Family comes with its own issues, right? Cousins, the same thing. It has to be built on La ilaha illallah. It has to be built on da'wah. It has to be built on an evangelical cause. It has to be. It has to be, bro. This is the only way it has to be done, right? Because the thing is that every other cause doesn't have that emotional string attached to it, bro, that really binds you together. Sorry, Dilly, one quick example, yeah?
go on.
Me and my best friend, his name's Abu Alia, massive 6'2", mixed race revert brother, dripping deep voice, ex-rugby player, right? I've fallen out with him 4 times, but every single time I patched my relationship up with him, it was after we had a campfire. There were 300 young brothers, about 150 shotters all around us, etc. In High Wycombe, we're around the campfire. We've got the nasheed playing in the background to elevate the ambience. We're giving the most emotional reminders. There's a brother there with knives, and he says, anyone with a knife, come and meet me around that bush and show me how much of a man you are. All the brothers start crying. They are so deep, so emotional. The brotherhood is beautiful, etc. If I have a difference with him, I look him in the eye, kiss him on the forehead, and say, I'm so sorry, bro. Forgive me. We're on this mission together. How do you bring 2 strong personalities like that together who have such humongous egos, but they love each other and they work together for a cause? Why?
Din Islam.
There needs to be this evangelical side to it. There needs to be this spiritual element, this emotional element to it that drives passion. If you don't have that, bro, because when we go to jihad, what do? Play the sheeds. Play the drums. Why? حرض المؤمنين على القتال. Invigorate the believers.
Yeah, to lift the morale.
Islam is a religion of passion and vigor. It is. And you take that away from a man, his life becomes dead, stale, stagnant. He needs an evangelical cause that drives through passion, through vigor, through energy, right? And that has to be emotional, that has to drive him. And when he has, bro, wallahi, bro, you don't even need a third thing, bro. You give that man
Those 2 things.
That will fix him, bro. That will fix him. Obviously, last thing I'd say is seek knowledge. I'd say that knowledge will cure all doubts. And I would say learn the Quran. Like as in, learn how to read the Quran. You will never, ever, 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 ever go wrong from learning how to recite, learning how to read with tajweed. I'd say the Quran has to be your companion. Wallahi, bro. If I can tell you, bro, that the Quran has just saved me, bro, from so many disastrous dips in my life, bro, just opening Kitabullah and just reading it. I don't understand Arabic, by the way, so I read the translation, right? But genuinely, you find a home and a peace with the Quran when you can actually recite properly, recite fluently. And I would say that by Allah, building a relationship with the Book of Allah and seeking knowledge is just, it brings so much comfort. Yeah, I'm just going to be honest with you, but I believe that is a solution for any young man living in the West, basically. You know, the Umrah one is a bit off the shelf, but at the same time, bro, I'd say, look, listen, if we're looking for shortcuts, well, there's no bigger shortcut than that. But you need something when you come back. You need to be part of something when you come back straight away. That, honestly, if you do that, that's it, bro. It's game over, bro. He's locked in for life, in my opinion. You know, and I believe that is what will take him to a good ending and a good death. Obviously, the Umrah is to build a connection with Allah. That's you don't go Umrah for vibes. You go Umrah to build a connection with Allah. That connection with Allah is essentially the off-the-shelf kind of solution, going for Umrah. If you can't go for Umrah, subhanAllah, you got to build that connection with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you know, in the West. Find that relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Use it to two means. Number one, be grateful for the blessings that you have. Look at all the things that you have and be grateful for them. Number two, any tests and difficulties and calamities, have husn dhanni billah, have a good assumption of Allah. And then whenever you go through a trial or a difficulty, then you always bring it back to knowing that this is good for you, and therefore build that connection with Him. Any difficulty, any pain, end up on the prayer mat. That's a sign of Allah's love. Again, cheat code is go for Umrah, but essentially it's packaged like that, right? And then find your tribe, and then essentially after that, it's seek knowledge, build a relationship with the Quran. That's what I'd say, bro.